Good evening, and thank you very much for tuning in again this Thursday night. We apologise for the slight delay. We had a couple of technical issues, but we're off and running. Here we are. Thank you very much to my superb co-host. He's back again, my American friend,
I'm feeling comfortable on the show. Getting, it's the hair and makeup is a bit hard to get used to, but week 3, I'm getting the hang of it. So it's
excellent. Now, of course, our special guest tonight, Cohen Litfin. So welcome to you, mate.
Thanks, folks.
We'll just go through our show sponsors. Of course, we got Smith and Co. Come on last year, and anyone that got any realty needs in Paradise Point area, please contact them. Great bunch of guys, and they come on last board. So Smith and Co Realty, and of course Paradise Point Bowls Club, where we're hosting tonight. Got their pairs on again tonight, so it's another good evening here. Our PLQ sponsors, Lawn Bowls to You, coming on this year. Of course, Club Musgrave, where we'll be hosting our finals this year. So all our sponsors, a huge thank you to you guys. Make sure you, bowling community, get out there and support them. And obviously without them, we don't get off and running. But yeah, Robbie, how you going tonight, mate? I've called you in a little bit early. Sorry, mate. I've got off my run sheet, but
yeah, no worries at all, folks. Yeah.
How you going? Well, tonight, of course, thank you to Robbie and our live stream team, and do a great job every week. So thank you very much to the Gold Coast live stream team.
And thanks for the security for keeping the crowd back.
Yeah,
every week.
I think they learned from last week with that huge input from the outside crowd. All those fences. I think they issued 3 security guards tonight, so I had to go through a couple of checkpoints. I don't know about you boys, but
yeah, I actually got through, which was surprising. Yeah, they knew there was an American coming in, but they didn't. They had a hard time picking me out.
Also, as well, don't forget to like and share the page. Comments. Make sure you keep your comments coming through. We love hearing from everybody, and it's been a pretty big weekend of bowls. So we got lots to get into, so I don't think we'll muck around too much. We'll get into our round 4 and 5 results. Another double header. 2 games on the one day. Couple of big days. How did you guys fare? You enjoy your weekend?
It's good for us.
I'll let you go first, Cohen. Yeah, I'll let you go first on that one.
We had a pretty good weekend. 2 wins from 2, so we finally got a couple of wins and got off the bottom of the ladder, so we can't complain, mate.
Beautiful. Yeah, we had a tough old weekend. Alrighty, we bring the results up. Yep, let's get stuck into it. Oh, we had to start with this one, didn't we? Alright. So our first up match was the Musgrave Hill Pelicans taking on the Burleigh Head Dragons. Dragons getting up 63 on 1 rink over the Musgrave Hill Pelicans, 62 on 2 rinks. Sean Baker, 25, defeated Matty Peterson, 10. Stephen Tong, 15, defeated by Dale McWhinney, 34. And Lee Schreiner getting up over Indy Collin, 19. So tough day, lots of positives in it. We were getting pretty well pumped halfway through the game. We come back, we had a chance to win, and I actually had the last bowl and couldn't quite do it. But we did well to get
you win 2 rinks. You gotta be happy regardless. It sucks to go down winning 2 and losing 1, but it still gives you guys confidence that we can beat anyone. So
yeah, there's a couple of close losses for us, but. Alrighty, our next matchup, Robbie. Who do we have, buddy? Next match we had Tweed Heads taking on Nogra Eagles. So Tweed Heads 59 on 3 rinks, defeated Nogra 45 on 0. Gary Kelly 23, defeated Harley McDonald 16. Corey Wedlock 18, defeated Ryan Digby 15. And Peter Taylor 18 shots, defeated Brendan Egan 14. So not much in all those rinks, but
you had a decisive win nonetheless.
That was at Musgrave as well, obviously, up on our second green, and it looked like they're having a tight battle too, but I didn't know they got up on 3 rinks overall, so that's certainly a good win for Tweed. And Inogra struggling early in the piece, and a couple of close losses, but a few losses nonetheless. So see how they're going to go in the back half of the season. But our next match up, Capella Comets take on Helensvale Hawks. Can you see any of these, Cohen? You're gonna read a couple out for me, mate? Or?
Next one.
Next one, okay. So we got Capella Comets 51 on 1 rink, going down to Helensvale 58 on 2 rinks. Jacob Nelson 14, defeated by Brett Wilkie 20. Dylan Fisher 13, defeated by Nathan Rice 25. and Kate Nelson 24, getting over the top of Curdy Brown on 13. So it's a good win by Helensvale there over at Capella Bar. They're looking pretty good, Helensvale, early in the season, and yes, it's
from what you boys said, they generally start out slow, so they start out strong, and I can imagine they're only going to grow from there. So
over there at Capella Bar too, which is their home deck, obviously. So it's always a good when you get that win away. All right, Robbie, who we got next? This is Cohen's time to shine.
All right, we got Paradise Point and Pine Rivers. A draw. Sorry, draw on Pine Rivers won 2 rings to 1. So drew 2 rings to 1. Aaron Houston won 20-19 against Blake Nan. Des Can 21-9 against Ryan Burnett, and Chris Rosanis 25-14 against Kobe Barton. So
cool.
Couldn't slip a pension card between them two.
Wow, what a game. Ryan Burnett, obviously, who's down in Moama at the BPL tonight. He's probably playing tonight at the moment, isn't he? So that's a big win for Desi. Desi's obviously going pretty well.
Yeah,
it's good to see.
Playing well, and I think the previous week he had 2 losses. So while he's playing well, which is frustrating, so it must be happy for him to get up, get on a rink, and especially against someone like Ryan Burnett, he'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Pine Rivers are sitting on top of that at the moment, so they're obviously going really well, but they're probably due for a loss soon, I'd imagine, coming up. Maybe hopefully this Saturday. But
we'll look at the picks this week going forward. Yeah.
At our next match up, we had Drayton and Broadbeach. So Drayton 50 shots on 1 rink, lost to Broadbeach Bulls 73 on 2. Beau Prideaux 22 had a good win over Ryan George Peter Bester, also a good friend of ours who's down at Moama at the moment, so good luck to him tonight. Jakey Rin 11 going down to Aaron Tees, who's also at the BPL, so good luck to him, buddy.
Don't forget his middle name.
Aaron.
He's saying Ryan's
man. Yeah, it's Ryan the one that counts. It's such a good name, you just can't call it all
He is
out.
the world champion, so you got to give him a little respect.
Yeah, exactly right. You almost feel like you want to put a Sarah in front of it, but
MBE Ryan. After it, whatever you want to do. I don't know what they do in Canada, but we'll give it to him.
And obviously Kenta Treacher, the nicest bloke in lawn bowls, just going down to Aaron Sheriff 27. So good win for Broadbeach. They do what they do, and they're always hard to beat. And if you get on top of you, it's hard to pull them back.
We were on the green playing. I was actually playing against Algister and Cohen and his team, and wasn't much noise over there. So we were like, it was hard to tell what was going on. But we figured not much noise coming over the rink. We thought maybe Brody was doing their job. So
well, it's good win for Bo, and it's if you're going to lose a game, at least get a rink. So it's it's always nice to get that 1 rink up. But that would have been a good game. Probably a score doesn't indicate it exactly, but here we go, Robbie. Here we got next, buddy. Our last match of the round, which there's a bit of feeling in this one. I think we got a representative from each team here. So
should we let Lauren call this one?
Well, I can't read the screen, Cohen, but
last week
whatever it is, it wasn't ideal.
Wasn't good news. Algester 73 on 2 rinks defeated Hamilton Power 54 on 1. Cohen Litfin 23, the man next to me, defeated Shannon Giddo's 13. Glenn Pitts 21, just going down to Dean McWhinney 25. And Nick Gosley, 29, having a good win over Nathan Wise, and my good friend over here as well, my co-host for the evening, Lauren Dion. What happened, mate? Rough night?
Just a rough day at the tracks. It was,
and that was at Drayton, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was at Drayton, yep. Yeah. And the surprising thing is, every time I'd look over, it seemed like Pitsy was making a shot.
Yeah.
So it's surprising that his rank was actually one that went down. But it was just another one of those weeks where we felt like things weren't going our way, and old Wisey boy was hitting stuff, and it just wasn't cracking off. And lawn bowls is a funny game. I would say we got outplayed, so not much to say there. We just the right team probably won. It hurts to say, but it's probably the truth. So Nick Gosley was on fire as always.
What a legend of a player he is.
He is.
That big swoopy backswing.
Yeah.
All right, we might move on to the round 5 results, Robbie. Round 4 reserve, sorry. Yeah, we'll go through that. My bad. Alrighty, so we had Drayton 95, defeated Broadbeach 66. Algester raised the bat 113, defeated Hamilton 58. So that was on all 4 ranks. That's a massive win. Ouch. Capalaba 68 going down to Helensvale 87. Paradise Point 69 narrowly going down to Pine Rivers Pirates 87. Musgrave Hill 73 going down to the Burleigh Heads Dragons 80. And Tweed Heads 83 with a good win over Noggera Eagles 71, who was sitting up there on the ladder, so that's a good win there for Tweed. So there is all your reserve grade results. Plenty of good games in there. It's certainly always a strong competition. I know we focus mainly on Premier League, but so many great players and games you see on the other rinks, and it probably doesn't get showcased.
Someone
enough,
coming across from another country, you can see the level of play. That the reserve grade is. There's players there that could easily be in the top grade, or could easily be in the lower grade, because those, it's across all of the levels. There's a lot of competition.
It's true for every club, and that's what you want to build at your club, is that healthy rivalry for spots, and you don't want people knowing that if they're not performing, you got people, nipping at their heels and ready to get into the side. So just
anyone at Musgrave Hill that wants to talk to a selector, just feel free to call Bakes anytime. He's open to chat. He's a really good guy. He'll listen to anything you gotta say.
Making me blush, mate. Stop it. Alrighty, Robbie, let's move on. Excuse me. Alrighty, first up again. You're killing me, Robbie. What are we first up again? You could have delayed this. Musgrave Hill, 35 shots in total. A rough day. On half a rink, going down to Tweed Heads, 68 on 2.5 rinks. Sean Baker, 19. Drew with Gary Kelly, 19. And credit to Gary Kelly, we held 2 on his last bowl on both the 20th and the 21st turn, and he made 2 both times. So
he has a tendency to do that, old Gaza. Yeah.
Stephen Tong, 10, going down to Peter Taylor, 21. And Lee Schrainer, 6, going down to Corey Wedlock, 28, who played extremely well. He was a couple of rings over from what I heard Neckles a lot, so I'm assuming he had a pretty good game, and from all reports he did. So
his bad games are probably better than most people's good games. So to be honest, if he had a good game, that's freaky. Yeah,
he's got a great ring with him as well. So Tweeder, they had a very good weekend, 5.5 rinks for their weekend. So that pumped them up the ladder a little bit. So they're up to a slow start. I think they lost 2 out of their first 3.
Yeah.
So they've come out and won their next 2 and won 5.5 rinks. That
just shows you how good the competition is in this thing.
I knew it was a sleeping giant early. They got a good roster. So, but anyway, our next game up. Let's move on from that one quickly. Noggera Eagles 50 on 0 rinks, going down to Burleigh Heads 69. Harley McDonald 17, going down to Matty Peterson 22. Ryan Digby 17, going down to Dale McWhinney 26. And Brendan Egan 16, just going down to Indy Conlon 21. So it's a good day for Burleigh as well.
Yeah, and missing Twisty and
they got Twisty
and
Matt
Fergo,
there, but
missing Twisty, they'd be happy to have such a good day. Missing one of their strongest players.
Yeah.
Not saying he's any slouch.
And certainly not. But Matty Peterson's certainly a great replacement. I think he's playing the games that either Twisty or Fergo can't play. So it's a pretty handy little.
But having Fergo and Twisty gone and doing that well is a good weekend.
Most definitely. No, of course. But he's certainly a great spot. A great bloke to have that when one of them away, just to bring him in. So
yeah.
Alrighty, Robbie, our next matchup. Croaky tonight, what's going on? 63, Capalaba on 2 rinks defeated Paradise Point 40. Jacob Nelson 14, just going down to Blakey Narn 15, who's also at the BPL. It's a bit like Blakey for the Perth Suns. Dylan Fisher 18, got the better of Desi Can 17. That would have been another cracking game. And Kane Nelson seemed to be the difference, 31-8 over Kobe Barton. So 2 tight ones, and then wow,
that's a surprise too.
Yeah,
anyone beating Kobe by that many shots must have been playing.
He's been really good. Yeah,
all 4 of them must have been playing well to get over that rink by so many.
Kane is in some rare form at the moment. He's playing brilliant balls.
Yep. I don't think it's rare. I think it's going to be pretty common in the years to come. But he's we all know who Kane is, and he's a great young player, and he's still, like we say that word, young. Because he is still only just turned 18, plenty of time ahead of him, and I think we're going to certainly hear a lot more about him, especially in this competition.
Yeah.
maybe he'll come on the show one time as well. I asked him a few times, but he keeps telling me no, so too busy, the young fella. Alrighty, next up we had Helensvale taking on Pine Rivers. Pine Rivers 59 on 2 rinks, defeated Helensvale 53. Aaron Houston 24 had a good win over Brett Wilkie 18. Ryan Burnett 19, come back and defeated Nathan Rice 15. And Chris Roseanne 16 going down to Curdy Brown 20. So Kurt had lost in the morning and bounced back nicely, and Lurch and Wiz just going down. So tough day for Helensvale, but good day, another good day for Pine.
Yeah, Pine seems to be in good form, and
two of the top teams. So there's not an awful lot in there. That was a Capella bar too, wasn't it? So
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was the second game at Capella bar. So yes, interesting. Alrighty, Robbie, move on to our next one. Who we got? Alrighty, next up we had Drayton and Algester. This looks like a good result for Algester, mate. So we got Drayton 46 on 0 rinks, defeated by Algester 59 on 3. Bo Prado 16 going down to Cohen Litfin 21. Jake Rins 16 going down to Glenn Pitts 18. And Kenta Treach, the nicest bloke in lawn bowls, 14 going down to Nicholas Gosley 20. So not much in all those rinks really. Like what's that, 5, 2 and 6.
Yeah.
3 rinks is 3 rinks though.
Yeah, that was a good game against Drayton. It's really tough to beat them on their home deck. So it was a pretty good day for us. Just at Drayton. So 5 rinks out of 6, we can't complain.
Yep. And certainly, any time you get that, it pushes you up to a ladder. No matter how good or bad you're going.
Yeah, and after the first couple of weeks, you guys would be feeling pretty good going into next week after a good bounce back like that.
Yeah, I think we needed this weekend just to find the combinations and everything, and everyone's gelling well together. So we're hopefully going into the Broad Beach game, we're looking pretty good.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Well, exactly. You play this week, is it Broad?
Yeah.
Well, so no better test, is there? Like,
no, exactly.
On their home decks with their home crowd, and I think the Algester boys are just. No, they're Brody.
Wow. Yeah. You know you're getting good greens as well, so they lose a little bit of that home ground advantage just by having too good a greens. So everybody loves them. Alrighty, Robbie, who we got next up, mate? Lauren Hamilton v Broadbeach. I'm scared to read this, am I, or no?
Oh no, it was actually a good game. Go ahead.
Okay, 51 on 1 ring Hamilton down to Broadbeach 56 on 2. So Shannon Giddo's 19 going down to Ryan George Peter Besta 22. Dean McWhinney 21 just getting the better of Aaron T's 19. And Nathan Wise 11 going down to Aaron Sheriff 15. So that is tight.
It was one of those games that went up and down a bit, and credit to Dean and his rink that they haven't lost in 2 weeks, and we're still not coming up with the results on the other rinks for them. So we're gonna mix some stuff up next week, and hopefully it'll change some stuff up. But it was a great game, and some stuff. I think Ryan made a couple big shots from what I saw towards the end of the game to get over on his rink, and Aaron Sheriff did Aaron Sheriff things on our rink. And
well, looking at that, you guys only 26 shots scored on your rink in total after 21 ends, so it was obviously a tight one.
And Wisey was on fire, to be honest. He stepped up to the plate and tried to do everything he could to keep us in it. We all did, to be honest. But they were that's a good rink, and they all kind of gelled, made shots when they needed to, and all the credit to him.
That's what he does best, isn't it? Goat status, Omar.
Yeah.
Showing it again in another BPL. So, alrighty, Robbie, who we got next, buddy? Our Reggies. Here we go for our round 5 matches on your screen there now. We've got Capella Bar 86 defeating Paradise Point 70. Pine Rivers Pirates 71, just getting the better of Helensvale 69. Drayton 92. Good win over Algester on all 4 rinks, 63. Hamilton 78, Broadbeach 66. That's a good win for the Power there. Broadbeach having a rough year in their Reggies, where they normally. I think last year in the Reggies they come from a rough start to actually go on to win it. But
I heard that, yeah.
But it's looking like they're going to have to start soon. Musgrave Hill 74, going down to Tweed Heads 97 on all 4 rinks. So a rough night for the Pelicans. And the Inogra Eagles 75, getting the better of Burleigh Heads 67. So good win for Inogra there after the loss in the morning. That'll keep them up somewhere near the top of the table. And well, we're speaking of tables. Have you got the tables there at all, Robbie? There we go. Of course he does. What a silly question.
There's Pine Rivers at the top still.
Yeah, they're going really well. Obviously unbeaten so far with the 4 wins on the draw. Hopefully, like I said before, they might be due for a loss this weekend. But I was like Monday. The report for the weather this week was rain every day, and I thought, you beauty, the old Pirates. They don't really like running through the mud very much. So yeah, come on down. But it's been beautiful and sunny. I had a roll up this afternoon. It was running a nice 14. Bit of finish to it, and yeah, if this sun stays out, it's going to be a nice 15, 16 on Saturday. And we don't know if that's a good thing or not. I
think you boys go all right on those greens when they're going good too. You'll be all right.
So yeah, top on our table is Pine Rivers on 9 points, 10 rinks. Then we've got Burleigh Heads on 8 points, 9.5 rinks. Broadbeach as well on 8 points and 9.5 rinks. Just the margins not quite as much. Number 4, we've got Tweed Heads on 6 points with 8.5 rinks. So that pushed them up the ladder into the top 5. And Helensvale round out our 5 with 6 points as well, with 8 rinks. So not much in it there. Paradise Point, Musgrave Hill, Capella Bar are all sitting below them. Sort of only 1 win in it. Obviously Paradise Point with the draw. If they have a win, they'd actually pass both those sides. But it's still going to be another close competition, another close year.
Yeah, and there's, like you said earlier to someone, it's early in the season. There's still 6 games left, and
yeah, so much time.
Someone goes on a bit of a run. Maybe the Power or some other team might go on a bit of a run, and
well, you look at all 3 of those bottom sides, Hamilton, Drayton and Nogga. They're all got great players. They're all strong enough sides that if they get hold of you, they can do some damage. So if you've already played them, you're probably a little bit happy because you got them out of the way. Like it's late in the season with. They can do a bit of damage and help shape the top 5 anyway. So
yeah,
they're all quality sides in their own right. Alrighty, well that's our round 4 and round 5 results, and there's our reserve grade ladder before we start getting into the round 6 teams. So Tweed Heads have pushed their way onto the top, and Nogra sitting close behind them. Pine River's up there as well on this one. Helensvale Hawks is there, and Burleigh Heads round out our 5. So Drayton, Capella and Paradise Point aren't much behind them as well. There's, I can see 4 teams on 6 points and another 2 on 4. So 1 game this weekend without a double header probably could change that ladder quite dramatically, really.
Well, like you said, last year Broadbeach started out rough and came back, and they have a really strong resi side.
Yeah.
We all know that. So
it's
they're bound to upset some people.
It's strange seeing them on the bottom of a ladder.
It is, yeah.
It is. It's not common at all, but like you said, they're probably not a team you want to play at the back end of your season to, last game if you have to beat them to make the finals. Yeah. It's always one of them games you probably don't want to play. But
exactly. Well, you give me one team you want to play, there isn't any. Really.
Yeah, true. Yeah. True. But they're probably on top of most people.
I'd say. Yeah. They got a strong side all the way through. Yeah.
Alrighty, well that does wrap up our results. So we're going to move on to our teams.
Oh, look who's still on top.
Oh, there's our skippers list. Hey. Play with good players, just a secret. No, but on top we've got Sean Baker second, and we've got Nathan Rice, Dean McWinnie, who you said who hasn't lost the game since coming in to skip, 4 from 4. Ryan Burnett, Kane Nelson, Gary Kelly, lots of those common names. Aaron Sheriff sitting in 7th, Chris Rosanne's in 8th. Dale McWinnie had a good weekend, and Cohen Litfin, our guest tonight, sitting in 10th spot. So there's your top 10 skips at this stage. We're the only team that's hanging on so far for not having a loss, but that can change very quickly. But it just shows how strong the competition is. Like, and after 5 games, it's quite common to see a few skips that have maybe not lost a game, or even if not a handful. But
well, the funny thing is, you look at the top 10, and if you went down from there, you would see some of the biggest names in Queensland Bowls and any in bowls in general.
So
it's
list, like, I don't mean to single him out. You look at a player like Harley McDonald, who's had a a rough start to his Premier League, like in Noggery.
Yes.
Things haven't been going great for him, and such a great player, but things aren't happening, and it can go from here to zero pretty quickly in this
There's
game.
our old mate, the announcer.
Yeah.
She's back. Yep.
This is our weekly announcements. But put the reserve grade skips up. So here's our reserve grade skips. We've got a couple of unbeaten teams. We've got Shane Gray from Capalaba on top with 5 wins. Alan Cumberford, Helensvale. We've got Noggery Eagles, Tim Smith, G. Nathan from Helensvale, who's here tonight, actually playing in their social pairs. Reed Burgess from Broady, Steve Clark from Burley. You've got Jack Moffat, Gary Gray, everyone knows Gary Gray, Toowoomba legend, Matthew Bell and Andre Buck running out the top 10. So there's our skippers list for the reserve grade Premier League. So that looks pretty tight as well. Andre Buck 3 from 3 on the bottom there. So if he keeps winning his way, he'll stay up there. But pretty good looking list there, Robbie.
And second and fourth, both Helensvale skips, which would probably make them feel pretty happy. They're winning some rinks and doing well. Yeah.
Yep.
Alan 5 from 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, it's still a very strong competition. You win all your games at any level. It's always nice, but in Premier League it's that extra special. Alrighty, Robbie, let's move on to our round 6 teams. I've got Dojo's tips here. I won't tell you what I wrote about his tips because it's probably not suitable for Facebook TV. But
and I know Cohen was nervous. He was saying he had all his tips. He's been going over it all week. But
they got here at 6 o'clock to talk about their tips. These two.
We've been going over it, and I think mine are going to be. I think I'll probably get it this week. But
how are we looking for scores, Robbie? Did I catch them at all last week? Don't tell me no. Did I catch him last week, man? Give me the news.
I got to be honest. He got you 7-5 in the
He got me 7.
round 4, and he got you 5-4 in round 5. So he's sitting on 33. You're on 29.
All right, so I need to fire up. All right, this is the big weekend. He's put some ordinary tips in this week, so I think I'm a chance. All right, again, first up, our match-up.
Here we go.
At the Pelicans' Nest, we've got Musgrave Hill taking on the current competition leaders, Pine Rivers Pirates. So we've got Sean Baker taking on Aaron Hewson, Lee Schreiner taking on Ryan Burnett, and Ben Walsh, first game skipping this year, taking on Chris Roseanne. So obviously a big game for us after a rough weekend, but we've had a couple of small changes. And
who was skipping the third side before?
Tongy, Stephen
Tongy, there we go.
Yeah, he's over there playing 3 for me now.
Okay.
So we got me and Tongy played a lot of bowls together. Walsh and Rolls, he obviously had the Brisbane connection, and we've got Dean Drummond and Peter Brown as well, who played a lot of bowls together since Dino's moved here. So a few little changes, and
Brown was skipping the first week
Joel
against us.
He's making his debut for us in the top side, the Carina Tiger, who's become a Pelican. So well done to Jolie boy. We're looking all right. I'll tell you, Dojo's has tipped us 2-1, so I'm not too happy with him at the moment because it's kiss of death, but I am going to have to agree with him, and I think...
I already know your tip, Bakes. Go ahead.
So Leroy and Ben are going to have a good win.
Yeah.
Coming
from the unbeaten skip of the Premier League. Yep.
Well, the luck's about to change. It's got to swing sooner or later, so I think it's going to be this week. Aaron Hewson... I play a bit of golf with him, and he's annoying man, and he annoys me on the bowling green. So
you're easily flustered, though.
And very. Yeah. And my good mate Robbie White, I'm looking forward to catching up with him. We get to play against him, but I think I'll just go down. We'll hold game. He'll get a wick and beat us by 1 in our rink. But the other 2 rinks are going to have solid wins, and we're going to get up. So
what's Doge say? Oh, you already said it.
Doge just tipped us 2-1. So
all right.
He's probably agreed with me there, but.
Cohen?
No pressure.
No, I'm going to get Muzzy on 3-0.
Oh.
I reckon...
It's no good.
The Red Hill connection with Rolsey and Ben Walsh, I reckon that'll work out well for your third rank, and you're playing at home as well. So hopefully so. But obviously we I'll back you boys.
We mix a bit up, but hopefully the old connections come through. Lauren, are you going down there, mate?
I think I'll go. I'll agree with Cohen. 3-0 Muzzy.
No. This is
I knew Bakes would like that one.
Feeding him
Is this
stitch up.
working? 3-0 Muzzy. Yep.
This is. Well, sorry, Pelicans. I've cost us the game this week just by inviting these two on the show. Alrighty, next up, Inogra Eagles take on Helensvale Hawks. This is at Inogra. So Harley McDonald takes on Brett Wilkie. Ryan Digby will play Nathan Rice, and Brendan Egan takes on Kurt Brown. Oh, that's a tough game in Inogra. Dojo has backed Inogra in this game on one rink. So he didn't specify which rink, but he said Inogra Eagles.
He never does.
No, Inogra Eagles are going to win on one, and it's my chance to make a couple of points back. I think Helensvale are going to win on 1.5.
Oh, you guys are both calling for a pretty tight battle here.
I think, well, Inogra are always hard to beat at home, but Helensvale, I think, has decided to do it. They just played a weekend at Capalaba. They have a new carpet at home, obviously. I think it's not going to be anything new for them. And the last time I played at Inogra, it was quite kind, quite nice to draw a shot on. So, yeah, I think Helensvale are going to get up 1.5 rinks. Cohen?
It's hard to get past Hawks going. They're just such a great team together, and I'll go 3-0 because you got Lurchy and Wiz coming back from Moama as well. They've been playing on carpet all week. So, and then Curdy, he's
He's a freak.
Exactly, just a freak. So against us, he was unbelievable. So yeah, I'll go Hawks on 3.
Hawks on 3 as well. Yeah, I'm going with Cohen again.
This echo becoming.
No, I was going to cut in front of Cohen and say Hawks on 3, and I'm going all 3 this week. So whoever I pick,
3.
3. Yep. Every pick I have is 3. I've decided that.
You got a horse running or something?
Oh, I just think it's going to be some decisive wins this week. I just got to pick the right horse. Yeah.
There you go.
And I can't bet against Wiz and Kurt and frickin' Wilkie. So
it is always a tough bet to go against them.
Yeah.
You're right. Alrighty, Robbie, who we got next, mate? We've got Burley Head. This will be a big one.
Oh, wow.
The clash
And that's at Burley.
Yeah, it's a head clash, this one. Burley Head's taking on Tweed Heads.
Should be the live stream game, is it?
No.
Well, it's not your fault, Robbie. Don't worry. You just go where they tell you to go, buddy. I know. Don't worry.
I'll buy you a shovel for Christmas, mate. You just like to dig stuff up, don't you? We got Matthew Peterson taking on Gary Kelly. Darwin Winnie taking on Corey Wellock. That'll be a good game. And Benny Twist taking on Peter Taylor. So This is going to be a monster. At Burley Heads. So I haven't been there for a while, so I'm not sure how the greens are going. From all reports, they're running very nice and looking good. So Dojo has tipped Tweed 3-0. 3-0. So
bold move, but
it is a bold move. And I think, this is a tough one. Yeah. No, I'm gonna tip the home side here just to try and make a point back from Dojo. This is probably how I keep losing points, but I'm gonna go Burley Heads on 2. I think at home.
Do you want to expand which 2 or?
No, there's no need to go in that sort of depth.
All right, that's all right. You make me do it, but that's all good.
Look at the players that might be a little dusty after a Friday night in Moama and early flight, I think Burley at home and it's going to be a bit too ready for it. And especially because there's a couple of ex-Burley Heads players in the Tweed side.
And it's at Burley, so they're going to be hearing it.
Yeah. I think there might be a couple in the crowd that give them a bit of flack for changing clubs. So,
yep.
Yeah, no, I'm going Burley 2-1. Cohen?
I'm going to tip Burley 3-0. I reckon they're going to have a day out. They're at the home. They want to win.
Yeah.
So I reckon they want to just prove a point. 3-0 at home on their home track.
Wee, that's a massive call.
Well, I'm going against what I said.
That lasted all of 5 minutes.
Well, I can't just keep copying Cohen. I can't just keep this going. So I'm going to say 2-1 to Tweed.
2-1 to Tweed. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So getting on the Dojo train, stick with the Hamilton Power, mate.
Well, they're gonna win 2 rinks. I still haven't told you who's gonna win though.
If you want to delve into that sort of
I'd say they just get over. Yeah, 2-1, but
2-1.
Close game.
Close
yeah.
battle all round. Alrighty, Robbie, who we got next, mate? So the Broadbeach Bulls, who obviously get a few of their staff away playing, so understandable they missed their teams this week, but I think we can all picture the names there. I think we got Ryan, George, Peter Bester. Is he on top? Normally?
Gosh, you love him. You remember his names even when it's not on there.
Yeah.
Pitsy is playing
Teasy,
yeah, Teasy's in the middle, and Nick Gosley's playing Sheriff. So
Wowee.
got 3 skips to the BPL at the moment. What time do you play? 9 o'clock in the morning? You can.
Unfortunately, no.
If you had a home game, chill it for 9 o'clock, you'd be laughing.
It'd be nice.
But yeah, that's a big one. Dojo has tipped Broadbeach 3-0. I don't think 3-0 is going to happen, even though it's at Broady and they got a star-studded side. I think they are going to get the better of you, but I think it's going to be on 2 rinks. Because they got a lot of depth in front of them as well. Their skippers might be a bit blurry-eyed, but they'll still be firing as they always do.
They're pretty experienced, those guys.
I think they've done it once or twice before, so they'll be fine. Cohen, do I need to ask you what your tip is, mate?
I can't tip against us. I'll go Elchester
Bet
2-1.
with your head, not with your heart, mate.
I think I'd
Two-
play it
2-1,
safe, do the Bakesy. Yeah, Pitsy and Gosley will get over, and I'll just go down.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because it will carry me for the weekend and it'll be lovely.
Well, I'm gonna say the Echo's back because I do think Nico and Pitsy will get over, and I think Cohen will just barely go down. I think actually I'll just have a good win.
I'll just get
Yeah, two wins, and
You just
yeah.
fired him up for you, mate. Make sure you thank him later on.
No, the way they played last week against us, we played both the teams last week, and Pitsy's in pretty darn good form. Even though he went down, I've seen him play a lot of good bowls, and Nate Gosley's a freak. And
He certainly is.
I don't think Cohen's going to be. I don't think there'll be too much in it, but I think 2-1 Aldister, yeah.
Big call. Beautiful.
Thanks a lot.
Alrighty, who we got up next? I think it's Hamilton. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I just want to mention, no one's commenting tonight. What's going on with the comments?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We haven't got any comments. No.
Yeah, where's Aaron's angle?
Someone say hello just to make sure our comments are working. We haven't got any coming through at the moment, so unless everyone's watching the BPL, but
anyway, I've been waiting to give something back to someone. I thought Aaron would be on there giving me some crap or telling me he's up in Arizona, something. But say hi to us just so we know it's working.
Yeah. Might have to get my phone out. I'll get my phone out and have a look on there anyway. But
all right, here's the big game.
Yeah, well, here's Capella Bar haven't got their teams up. So we got Hamilton.
There we go. Paul says, "Good day, lads." So
there we go.
Thanks, Paul.
Buddy.
There's Kerry.
Yeah.
Says hello.
We've woken him up.
Oh, you're guilty.
Is anyone at the bar? Can they bring us a drink too?
So we got Dean McWhinney. I think Jacob Nelson on top normally, and then John Newell will take on Dylan Fisher.
Yep.
And Nathan Wise will play Young Kane. So that'll be a good game. Nathan Wise, I noticed that your rinks have changed a fair bit, mate. You've moved over with
it's one win from 5 games. We just thought we should, not that I'm a selector or anything like that, but I think they thought, mix some things up and see if some different.
Shiloh's playing 3 for Dino now.
Yeah, and I think putting Shannon third for Wisey probably strengthens that rink. Nothing against myself, but Giddos is a very good player, so that'll be a really strong rink. Doge and I get along really well, and putting Maury leading for us.
Maury leading, wow.
Yeah, I think the call was,
he
and Newell together, and one at skip, one at lead would, any 2 beating hearts between those 2 guys would work.
Yeah.
Cool, and then Dino's just been on fire, so leave him at skip. It was an obvious call, but. Yeah,
is this Louis Stumbris' first game back?
See that?
Yeah, he was gone for the last 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
And he's just a good. Obviously I haven't met him and know him a little bit, but just from the little I've met of him and hung out with him, builds the team up, builds everyone up, and he's just a great guy. And having Toddy lead for them that'll strengthen that team too. Toddy's a freak of a lead, so.
Yep.
I actually love the way the rinks are set up. I loved them before, didn't work, but I love them just as much now. So yeah, here we go.
Did you write that down before, and is that a rehearsed speech that one?
I had AI do it for me. Yeah, I was like, all right, how do I say this?
Well, Dojo has tipped you guys to win, surprisingly. Not his regular 3-0. He's gone in 2-1 this time. He didn't
Not saying who, of course.
No, well, he did this time. He reckons he's going to get an absolute belting, but the other 2 rinks are going to cover it. So.
Okay. Good on you, Doge.
No, he didn't specify. He never does. Never goes all the way in it. But Cohen?
What about you, Bakes? You skipped yourself.
Oh, I see, of course.
Let me hear it. Just give it to me. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna tip you guys. I'm gonna tip you guys 2-1
For the first time All right, thank you, mate.
Kiss of death. So
Yeah.
I think you guys you're due for a good win, and these little changes might just work. So
Good
I'm
on
gonna
you,
get
Bakes.
Hamilton 2-1 as well. Best safety.
No pressure, Cohen. What are you thinking?
Did anyone record what he said? No, I'll agree with Bakes. 2-1 Hamilton. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually gonna agree with everyone and say 2-1 Hamilton.
You gonna specify which one's going to go
Yes.
down?
I'm gonna. I just think the other 2 rinks are gonna get up, and we'll just
classic.
who are we playing against? We're playing against
They
Dylan.
can't do that.
Yeah, Dylan will get a lucky wick to win the game. And,
You'll be unlucky, Stu. You're stiff. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, good game. Alrighty, our last match of the round. Drayton taking on Paradise Point at Drayton. So Bo Prado taking on Blake Narn. He's going to be tied. He's the BPL as well. Jake Rinn taking on Des Can, and the nicest bloke in lawn bowls, Kento Treacher, taking on Judd Percy. So, Juddy's up there.
Benny Winther's coming
Benny
in.
Winther's in. So
My goodness.
that's a good pickup.
Yeah.
Bit out of the blue. I haven't seen his name yet.
He didn't let me know. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
Good seeing you next week. Yeah.
That's going to be a good game. So Dojo's tipped Paradise Point 2-1. That's a tough one. Up at Drayton, Quicker Green, Grass Grove. Is it going to be sunny all week? No, I want another chance to make a point back, so I'm just going to back Drayton here. I think I'm going to say at home they're going to be a bit strong, and they're going to get up 2-1. I think Jake Rinn's just going to go down. Kento Treach is about to fire, and young Bowie too. So that ring's been going pretty good. So Blake Narn might have a little bit of jet lag. He's coming in from the BPL, so he might be a bit tired. He's got a good ring with him. He's probably
very good rink. Yeah.
Probably their best ring up front, really. Like Glenn Clinkett's been playing great bowls. Wilson's a great player, and Darren, that's a solid rink. But I think Bowl will fire, and I'm gonna go with Drayton.
I'll agree with Bakes,
Ooh.
but I'll go 3-0 Drayton because Bo had a great week last week against me.
He's a very good
He
player.
got a couple of stiff shots. It was pretty tough there with the wind, and Kenta was on absolute heat against Nico. But I don't know how Nick got up by that much. I'll back Drayton 3-0 at home. They love their deck there, so.
And did I see Kobe's not playing for Paradise next week? Was he on there?
He must be unavailable.
I think he's down in Adelaide go-karting.
Go-karting, yeah. He is a very big go-karter.
But Super Mario.
I was going to go 2-1 Paradise, but when I saw Ben coming in, I'm going to go 3-0 Paradise. I just thought that rink might go down because Kenta is Kenta. But just with Benny Winther coming in for a week, he's going to fire. He's probably up for it, and I think he's going to be the difference on that rink. No disrespect to his skip, but Benny Winther's a freak, and he'd be chomping at the bit to get up here and show everyone what's up. So,
A big shout out to Benny, and he's a great man.
Yeah, old DC.
Working out of West Coast Bowls too, does a bit with them, and they're involved. They're getting quite big down in Victoria, the old West Coast Bowls. So.
He's actually probably at Moama right now with the lion suit on.
He would be. Yeah, well, he would be.
I was going to go down. He said I had to put the lioness suit on. And I saw it was going to be 37, so I was like, I think I'll just stay and do the bull show. And you guys pay me so well that
Yeah, that's right. It's
You know.
hard to turn away from that many zeros.
it is, mate. It is.
Doesn't matter if there's nothing in front of them, but there's lots of zeros.
Zero
there.
times zero is still zero.
Alrighty, well that's our round 6 teams. So some good matchups this weekend with a single round. We're going to see a bit of shape change in the leaderboard, no doubt. But it's a pretty tight competition so far, as we always like to see. And
It's sort of getting to the moving time, like that in poker tournaments they call day
This
3 the
makes-
moving day,
This,
and
this
I think
game gets us past the halfway mark, and while 5 games is a lot of time, like traditionally 5 games is close to enough to get in the top 5, so there's still enough of a season left for anyone really, but
teams like us would be needing wins, and other ones
there's lots
would,
of teams that haven't played each other yet, so it's there's a lot of teams that have played, like from Musgrave Hill point of view, we've got a lot of the teams in that top 5 we've played already, so while
just
that means
look how quickly
nothing
things
really,
can change, like Algiers.
Yeah, exactly right.
No wins, they come in a week, win 2, and
everyone's got the
happy
side
days.
to do it. Yep.
And they got an easy game this week, so they're probably
The mind
laughing.
games have started. The mind games kicked off already.
May as well just give Broadie the win then.
Alright, we might move on now to the Baker's Dozen with our guest here, Cohen Litfin.
Michael Brotherton says that Kobe's got nationals in Adelaide. I think you guys already said that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
there we
all
go.
right.
So our guest Cohen Litfin's in for the Baker's Dozen, nice and simple. A bit of bowls, bit of non-bowls, bit of fun, most definitely. So we'll start off with the old Aussie question, mate. A good old favourite: tomato or barbecue sauce. What's in there? You might have both, but when you're having an Aussie taco, what goes on that sausage, mate?
I'm tomato.
Tomato, good man. Do you keep it in the fridge, or this is not a Baker's Dozen question, but that's just out of curiosity. I get 50-50 really.
When it's open, it goes in the fridge.
Thank you very much.
If it's not open, it's in the pantry.
You get on a plane, mate. Your plane goes down. You get deserted on an island somewhere. What 3 things do you want on you?
Gee, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one. Put you on the spot a little, doesn't it?
I think water is a necessity.
Yeah.
I really love peanut butter. So if I have
so-
peanut butter there, I'll be right.
Big massive jar of peanut butter.
Yeah, and I don't know, probably ping pong, table tennis table maybe.
So you can fold it halfway and play it.
Yeah, play it yourself, yeah.
Alrighty. So you got any big events coming up for you, mate, bowls wise? Or what's next on the list for Cohen Litfin outside of Premier League, of course?
Probably nothing really. Well, I'd play in New South Wales pennants for Engadine this year.
Oh, yeah, Cougar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit of a cougar. But no, other than that, it'd be the state championships and
Yeah.
Oz Open on the Gold Coast.
So there's a clash this year with state championships and New South Wales pennants. So what are you?
Yeah,
are you
it's-
playing the state championships or are you playing the pennant?
I haven't really decided yet.
So if you're down with him in the 4s and the triples,
Yeah, I believe Matt Lucas might be in the same boat. So
I think there's a few of us.
yeah,
I didn't realise there was a clash this year, which I haven't told my team yet, but I might have to message them after this. But
this doesn't go anywhere anyway, mate. It doesn't matter.
so do you have any? Because you're obviously in the Aussie Pathways spot. Do you have any pathway commitments this year? Like you have any events that you get to go play in, or is it mainly just training camps and?
Yeah, all the
whatnot?
camps is pretty much the only thing at the moment. We don't know if we're going anywhere until sort of they announce
Yes, yeah.
teams. But like last year, I went to Burnside with Blackie, and we ended up getting over the line there. And
Oh, the Burnside Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. That's a good win there.
then we had
Great
the
place, Burnside.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Then we had the inaugural National Development Series as well. So that was at Broadbeach. So
Yep.
I think they'll be running that again this year, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes from there. But other than that, we
Excellent.
don't really know until we get
Yeah,
told.
yeah, I guess so. It's good to see you in the mix of it all anyway,
Yeah,
mate. So,
yeah.
do you have a rival Premier League club? Like, is there someone you love to play?
Not really, because they're...
No club out there, we won't use the word hate, but, maybe extremely dislike or you love playing against. Maybe Dojo and his Hamilton Power, possibly.
Well, I enjoyed that last weekend. But, I don't know. Playing Broad Beach, you just want to get out there and play, and you want to try your best and beat them, but they're just good to play against.
Yeah,
you know you're gonna get a good game against them. So yeah, I'll probably go Broad Beach. I wouldn't say rival, just a great club to play against.
Yeah, someone you love playing against. Do you have a favourite Premier League venue to play at? Like, is Broad Beach you love playing there as well? It's all the greens,
Has to be,
It's hard to pass, aren't they? Them grass greens, they're brilliant. If you could change one rule in bowls outside of the foot fault, what would it be?
Probably going to cause a bit of comments going through.
We love controversy, and I haven't got any comments.
I reckon if you have a jack in the ditch and you play your bowl and it lands on top of the jack, it should be a toucher.
Wow, that's an interesting one. Okay.
That'd
be a hard one to police, though.
Yeah, it would.
Someone that goes quick and you're close, you come down and say, the jack mate. Yeah, that's an interesting. I've never heard anything like that before. I like that. It's different. Jack in the ditch, you land on top of it, or any part of the jack. You don't have to land on top of it.
Any weight, anything.
Yeah, anything.
So it's classed as a toucher if you touch the jack before the sand.
Yeah.
Good way to word it. Yeah.
So
interesting. There you go.
Just want to think about
it. You're always looking for different formats.
If the jack moves, what about that? Does it go back to where it was, or does the...
No, it just stays.
Well, it must stay, because if a toucher gets knocked in...
Yeah. But if it's live, then the jack must be live also. If it moves, then...
The jack will stay wherever
it gets sent to,
yeah. It's like a toucher getting knocked into it.
I'm into it.
Yeah, it's different.
I like it, yeah.
The jack moving pairs, or the land on top of it pairs, or something. Yeah, some club could start that one.
You don't need to throw a jack on the green, just throw it in the ditch. You'll be right.
And I'll ask you the tough question, mate. How are things at Algesta? Obviously, we've talked about it a couple of times on the show with losing a few players, and while they weren't all Premier League players, but how's things at the club? Everything going all right?
Yeah, it's going good. As you guys talk every week, we're at the rebuilding stage again.
Yep.
So Brad's recruited a couple of juniors into the team, so they're going pretty well. Everything's going pretty good there. We can't complain.
The club, obviously, from a business side of it, trades well.
Yeah.
You've got beautiful surrounds and greens, partly thanks to yourself. And the club from outside looks really well, but everything's good on the inside.
It's always crowded for dinner time and for tea and all that. Yeah.
It's almost like a home game for me. I only live 10 minutes away, so if someone get down there for a roll too.
I'll be there this week, Cohen, staying with Jim Flowers.
Oh.
And playing in a tournament with him, so I'll be popping in, say hi.
I'll see you down there.
Yeah.
So is there any big plans for the club moving forward? Any on the horizons for any renovations or events or signings? Somebody doesn't want to tell us. Hey, somebody don't want to tell us.
No signings yet. No, we just done some big renovations inside, so that was pretty big for the club. So upgraded the kitchen and everything inside and expanded their function room area. So other than that, there's not a lot going on there.
Okay. I know you got a junior pairs coming up in June.
Yeah, we do have that.
Yeah, we got a couple of juniors at our club, young Jack and Buckets.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we might get them over there for that. But
yeah, just after the Open, I think.
Yeah, 23rd. That must be about that time, 23rd, 24th. So. And just a random question for the bowl. What bowls are you currently using? Well, are you an Aero man or a Taylor man or a Henslite man?
Henslite, yeah. Henslite man.
Henslite?
As you can see.
What size? 2s, speckles, dots?
I'm size 4, XGs, non-gripped. I use a marine colour.
Okay.
So,
you've had them for a while, haven't you, those ones?
Yeah, I've had them for a couple of years now, yeah. So, love Henslite.
You might need new bowls soon. Henslite, that's why he's saying that, but nah.
And Yeah, you just happen to be at the moment. You're worried that one day you might be driving along, you get pulled over by a cop, and it's dojo. Do you worry about that at all at the moment? Or?
Every day of the week I try.
Little question for our mate Dojo that's out there today. That'll be a bit of fun. But have you ever considered? I know you've been based in Cunningham District for most of your bowling career. Have you ever considered much of a stint playing down the Gold Coast for a club, or has a move ever come up in play for you?
I did actually play for Coast-Tweed for a year.
Okay, yeah.
And played a district sides with Gold Coast, and we happened to win that year. So that was the only time I've come down here to play, and it was. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about it again? Like, keep it in the back of your mind, obviously, because it is different. Like the Gold Coast district to the others, and that's certainly no disrespect to the other districts, but it's just such a larger playing pool, so many more players. So it's,
I've been tempted to, like you play on the Gold Coast, you're going to be playing the best in the world. So it's definitely up there.
Yeah. So when are you coming to Muzzy? Oh no. Now, finally, our last question: who plays the Premier League final this year? If Algis is not in it, who's playing?
I'm going to go Broady and Burley again.
Broady and Burley again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little rematch. And out of pure curiosity, who wins that one? I've never asked anyone.
Oh.
This is like the Baker's double dozen. This is the 14th question.
Well, because he didn't have Algis during it, so that's why.
That's true. Well, it's probably a bit rough. Sorry, Algis, haven't it?
No. Oh, you can't. Oh, it's hard to tip past Broady. There's so many world-class players. And no disrespect to Burley, they got such class players there as well. But Broady have been there so many times.
Yeah,
so,
could be a little farewell win for Bester.
If I win a rinks, it would be 2-1 to Broady.
Yep. All right, well, that's it for our Baker's Dozen. We normally move on to our greatest moments, but I think he's been unavailable to get hold of anyone this week. He's had a rough week trying to hunt people down, so we encourage people, get in touch with him. Make sure you contact him for your greatest moments. It's a great little segment that he does, but he obviously needs a little bit of working with people, get around and hear some stories about Premier League and victories and losses and anything in between.
Yeah, I'm sure Omar would be happy to tell him all about his good moments this week against us. But, anyway, let's move on.
He'd be in my home at the moment, sitting on the couch in this hotel watching this going, what's Lauren talking about? What's it?
Oh, yeah.
You got to tell us the story.
No, he made them all like he always does, and he was proud to let me know. That's all.
Alrighty, now after the greatest moments, we normally go to producer Robbie's shot of the week. Now, we had a wrong bias in our game, so I'm not too sure if we're going to see that tonight, but I'm going to pass over to Robbie.
Well, we thought we'd see Bakes because you had 2 live stream games this week.
Well,
there had to be one.
There had to be one.
You throw enough at the wall, some will stick.
Oh, there's got to be a Bakes moment in this. We'll see.
I don't know, the wrong bias. Very first bowl, very first end, and then he played really well the rest of the game. So let's see.
On to Robbie. Let's see.
Okay, I must apologise. I never got the replay of that wrong bias. I was busy getting other stuff done, and
for the record, it wasn't me.
If you get on the YouTube and watch it, I watched it about 23 times. I think it's about the 15-minute mark after the live stream starts to when the bowl's actually played. So get in and check it out.
Are you going to throw him under the bus?
Sorry, Rolls. Yeah, Greg Rolls.
Yeah, was that that group chat when you let everyone know?
We give him a bit of
flack.
You have to. I guess at some point maybe we've all done it, but on the live stream ring, it's a little bit extra funny.
It is.
So we'll move on to Robbie for our shot of the week. Here we go, mate.
Anyway, I'll just explain that here. We didn't get anything in the second one. Tony was doing the streaming, and I did ask her about that, and she says because the hiccups they had with Facebook actually restricting our live, it put her under a bit of pressure, so she actually didn't get anything from the second game. But I did get a real humdinger in the first game against Burley, Now,
Robbie's
I'll give
lucky
you a bit
wick of the week.
I'll give you a bit of a lead up. The jack was spewed offline.
Yeah, which one is
Muzzy were holding short, and Matthew Peterson absolutely drew a humdinger on the backhand and drew a toucher, and this is the result of it.
Had to
Roll
be
that
against
out.
you, didn't it?
Or hit roller's bowler, hit the other shot bowl out. Jeez, it's a good start. Oh, Sean Baker.
Yeah, it was bit of luck.
Yeah.
Only good
Roll
bowler
that
play
out.
for the game, I think.
We'll
but
have a-
yes,
we'll have a
There he
Roller's
is.
yeah,
bowler, hit the
forehand. I
other
know
shot
that
bowl
is
out.
Stalking it.
Jeez, it's a
Thought
good
it was a bit quick
start.
out of the hand, but she
Sean Baker.
Oh, and he threw it. He had the claim and everything.
Put the
yeah.
Nathan Rice finger up. Nathan Rice inspired the old finger up. Yep, that's one shot.
It
Thank
was
you.
an absolute humdinger.
Like you said, 42 ends. There was bound to be one.
Yeah, you throw enough at the wall, some will stick. So, but yeah, you know what? I woke up that Saturday morning with a mission to make shot of the week. So you know, thank you, Robbie. There's plenty of good bowls played that night, so I think you're picking that one, buddy.
Congratulations,
Give me a
There
good
was
rap.
some really good ones. Matthew played some great ones, which I got as well, but
There's plenty. You could have,
that was the best.
yeah, you could have
I mean,
10 shots of the day. Really, that's how strong the competition is. So many
it was
great
a great
players
game.
and so many great shots played. We
Unfortunately, there's only one live stream game, and it just happened to be Bakes twice in a row. But you know.
yeah, well, if you're the tournament director and you know you can work these things out, but
When you're team number one, mate. Yeah.
Hey, look, there's
Team
only-
number one,
At the end of the
tournament
day,
director,
at the end of the
home
day,
game.
all jokes aside, there is only so many games we can fit in, and we've got a product that we're trying to sell. So as much as we try to spread it around, we also want to try and get the better games on when possible. Like you looked at that Tweed Head and Burley this week, you said, "Oh wow, that would be the strip," but it's just not. Otherwise, you get Tweed Heads and Burley every week, or Helensvale every week, or Broadwood. Yeah, there's the live stream matchup. So we are at Enoggera this week, so Enoggera Helensvale, the carpet. This should be a great game as well.
And you can't just put the American on the live stream every week. That'd be
As much as everyone wants
Yeah,
to see it, and we
exactly.
get letters every week demanding it, like
handwritten letters too.
yeah, sign, like you know when they kiss the envelope and put the lipstick on
Well,
it.
Trump,
like, they're all-
Trumpy
yeah.
sent one in. They were
Trump-
telling me that.
yeah,
Doge
I
said he
know.
got a letter
I
to
won't
his
tell you
house.
what was
yeah.
on Trumpy's letter. He sent pictures and everything, but
Oh, he said, I can't believe you're not the first and only American to ever play Premier League, and you're not putting them on the live stream. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
it's ludicrous, really.
Yeah, it is.
But that's how strong the competition is, and that's how many players that want to get seen to play. But there is our live stream schedule. So Enoggera this week, and then we go to Broadbeach for their double header. They'll take on Burleigh and Paradise Point, which is a couple of great games. Then we go to Helensvale, check out the new facility. They'll play Drayton and Hamilton, and then our last match of the round will be Algeciras and Paradise Point at home. So hopefully that's an important game, but that. See how the draw goes. If
I've been
by
begging
chance-
for the brother
if
match
by
on
chance,
that one.
and I will let Algeciras and that. If it's a dead rubber and we've got a game on the line, we've every chance we may change it. So again, we've got a product to sell. We want to sell it the best we can, and we try to be as fair as possible. But at the end of the day, we pay for live stream, and we're trying to sell a product. So we do what we can, and hopefully it's enough.
No, you're
Man,
doing a great job, Bakes.
yeah, I was going to say anyone that has anything wrong to say about the Premier League doesn't know what they're talking about.
There's always something
It's
wrong,
an
like,
awesome
It's just
setup. and,
Nothing's ever perfect. That's the way it is. And
you know,
you know,
someone asked me today, well, everyone gets
we're all
3 home games,
volunteers.
right? And I was like, oh, with the new setup, it kind of varies the amount of home games people get, and they
well, if
try
you
to
look
be
at
fair.
numbers,
But
it's more like 4 or 5.
yeah, we get
because-
4, so it's. I think
Well,
it's-
yeah, because you got 2 teams there, or 4 teams there ultimately all day. So it's like having what 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds just in a double header in itself, because you got that same amount of players there for the same amount of time. Like in a normal home game, you might play 5 till 8:30, 9 o'clock. Everyone has a beer or two and goes home. Whereas here they're all day. You've got double the amount of players, so you've got double the amount of income. People have that hour's break during your lunch period, so they're more inclined to probably go slap a 50 in a pokey or have some extra lunch, play keno, do whatever they do. So yeah, I'm dying to see some clubs that are chasing figures and see how much they make hosting one of the double header rounds as compared to what they make financially over their bar during their home games last year.
I can say personally that I think Drayton did great last weekend.
Oh,
With all
yeah.
of us.
Oh,
We're
that
all
sounds
in
great.
there and enjoying each other's company, having some
normal
drinks.
Saturday night at 5 o'clock game. Most people rock up at about that 4 o'clock mark. They might go and have one beer if that. Otherwise, they go out, they roll up for 45 minutes. The game starts, they're off and running. You have your 1 or 2 beers, your opposition after the end of the game. Have your roast beef roll and go home. Like this, they got 112 people there all day.
Yeah, and it allows too for not that I'm the caliber I'm talking about, but it allows for international people to come and play easier because they're not coming to Australia.
Condensed season,
the Melbourne season's really long, as we all know, and this one used to be 12 weeks, but cutting it down to 7 or 8 allows for people to come out for the whole thing and not be away from home for too long. So.
Oh, and I think me and Dojo have sat here and said it every year for the last 3 or 4 years. It's the strongest competition we've seen, but I think it just keeps getting stronger.
Yeah,
like every club this season has recruited well. They've got some sort of import or marquee, and every team looks tough to beat. As I said, there's a few teams there that you don't want to play to have to beat to get into the finals, and a couple of the bottom teams happen to be them as well. Like they're sitting down below now, but 3 or 4 games we'll be sitting here and they're pushing the top 5. Like, it's a strong comp, and it's only getting better. So thank you again to all our
sponsors. You guys are doing a great job.
Oh, it's nothing to do with us. It's all pretty easy. All the clubs do it.
Yeah.
Like the clubs are the ones and the sponsors, of course. With again Smith and Co. They sponsor our shoe, our Paradise Point Bowls Club, and our sponsors like the actual Premier League Lawn Bowls Huge to come on in a short notice sort of situation after Helensville dropped off. And then of course Musgrave Hill, we'll put them up on the screen again. So there's our sponsors, all supporters of the bowl show and the Premier League itself. So again, we can't do this without them, and of course Gold Coast-Tweed live streaming who look after us, and Robbie, who is an absolute genius in his field, and unfortunately he's too good because we don't get to use him at Musgrave as much as we'd like to, but he's too good at his live streaming business. So.
Yeah, he said he's coming out to the U.S. Open though, so thanks, Robbie. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Being the head of the live stream committee of Bowls USA, we'd love to have Robbie come out and do that, but we're still in negotiations for all the people back home. We're working it out.
We could certainly do that. Yep. Certainly don't write that off.
There you go. You've heard it from the horse's mouth.
You see, when you put them on the spot, put them on the spot.
Bowls USA, make sure you get behind it.
Sounds like you're 99% in, Robbie.
Yeah, I told him I wasn't coming out here for nothing. Yeah, we're working all the angles while I'm here.
Have you got any comments over there? Because I still haven't got any coming through.
No, the last one was from when we were doing the picks.
I was watching the BPL.
That's probably what it is. Yeah, what do they want to watch us Muppets rambling on about when they can watch the world's best players play bowls?
Me and Cohen are all right, maybe. No, well, thank you very both very much for coming on tonight, Cohen, making the trip down the highway.
That's all right.
Lauren, you've been my co-host for the last couple of weeks, so thank you very much for stepping up.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Is Doge going to be invited back? Or?
Well, it's a conversation I'll probably have off camera with him, just to soften the blow. But no, he might struggle with coming back. Old Doge.
Hello, Doge.
Yeah, sorry, buddy, but I'll let you. I've thanked everyone tonight. Thank you both. I'll let you close this off. Something you said at the end of the show last week, which.
And my mate Doge missed it. I asked him if he'd seen it, so I'll say it again. But just make sure to say hi to your mom, Doge. Have a good night, and congrats this week on killing it. He actually killed it at the academy and passed all the tests he had to pass, and with flying colors.
See now that.
No, now
the mother goal.
This is something that we've chatted about, and
you waffled on too much. You have to cut it off after the mother call.
I know I was supposed to, but I had forgotten to.
Mother call to the last.
Thank you all very much. Of course, thank you to Robbie. Make sure you tune in next week. Single round header this week. Make sure you tune in Nogra v Helensvale Hawks. Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to all our watchers. Share, like the page. Thank you to Cohen. Good luck this weekend, mate.
You too,
and
mate.
Of course, go the mighty Pelicans.
Onto the powerhouse.